for someone like me to experience anxiety was a very new thing for me because I am so open and I'm so like, for me, I was like, wait, what is happening to me? I think I'm just very ambitious. I think that is that mindset that comes to me, and I'm not ambitious just for me. I'm ambitious for my team. I always think how my team should grow with me in terms of money, in terms of opportunities that they get that I can provide. So that's an added responsibility जो मैं अपने ऊपर डालती हूँ.
क्योंकि वो अक्सर ना कहते हैं कि आई डोंट हैव अ प्रिविलेज टू बी एंशियस राइट नाउ, आई डोंट हैव द प्रिविलेज टू बी डिप्रेस्ड राइट नाउ बिकॉज आई हैव सो मेनी थिंग्स टू शो अप.
Yeah, I've had anxiety attacks after I had someone that I lost last year, and since then my anxiety has heightened on another level. Like I'll just stop breathing. Like it's just like, what the hell is going on? Like it's been pretty crazy.
वी कॉल इट इन साइकोलॉजी ब्लैक एंड वाइट थिंकिंग. पता है मैंने आपकी वीडियोस देखना स्टार्ट की थी व्हेन इट वाज अ कोविड.
Okay.
सो डांस वीडियोस वेंट रियली वायरल उस
Yes,
टाइम
I
पे
think
ना.
COVID में ही मैं I
हाँ
think that
जी.
was the yeah.
So I used to look at your dance videos,
Thank
and then
you.
gradually, you really became,
Yeah.
somebody like most of the time,
Yeah.
people in our community, they know you.
Thank you. That means a lot. मतलब I hope सब अच्छी बातें कर रहे हो community में.
सोशल मीडिया पे तो ऑलमोस्ट
सिर्फ
एक्चुअली
मुझे प्यार ही मिलता है. I am
हाँ.
very lucky.
क्योंकि आई थिंक दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वांट टू टॉक टू यू टुडे
Yeah.
अबाउट कि क्योंकि अगर हम देखते हैं ना कि ऑलमोस्ट पूरी की पूरी लाइफ समहाउ आपके इंस्टाग्राम पे है.
हाँ जी.
मीन्स अभी आपकी सारी करियर की जर्नी एवरीबडी नोज अबाउट इट, हाउ यू स्टार्टेड, व्हाट यू डिड, व्हाट यू डू. उसके बाद आपकी शादी हुई अभी रिसेंटली, तो वो भी सारा व्लॉग जो है इट्स अवेलेबल
सब कुछ
ऑनलाइन.
सब
तो
कुछ.
वो तो सब लोगों को पता है.
हाँ जी.
What we really want to talk about is
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Wow. It's been a while.
इतनी सारी एनर्जी, इतनी सारी चीज़ें, क्योंकि when I was looking up to you, like कि आप क्या क्या करते हो.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, and this morning I just had one training जिसमें मैंने कहा कि हमारे पास ना 24 आवर्स होते हैं दिन
Correct.
के, और 24 आवर्स में से 7-8 घंटे हमने सोना भी है, 3-4 घंटे हमने फैमिली को भी देने हैं,
Correct.
और 7-8 घंटे हमने काम भी करना है.
Correct.
तो आप वो 24 आवर्स कैसे मैनेज करती हो? लाइक हाउ योर 24 आवर्स लुक लाइक?
आई थिंक यार पहले तो मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि मुझे 24 आवर्स से ज़्यादा ही चाहिए होते हैं, क्योंकि लाइक मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें करती हूँ इन अ डे. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, क्योंकि मेरी डिफरेंट कंपनीज हैं, डिफरेंट वर्टिकल्स हैं, एंड देन आई हैव 2 करियर्स. एक है मेरा इन्फ्लुएंसिंग सोशल मीडिया आर्टिस्ट करियर, जो पे मैं सोशल मीडिया में जाती हूँ, एंड आई हैव मेरे 8 पेजेस हैं तो इन डिफरेंट प्लेटफॉर्म्स. तो वो एक करियर है, और एक दूसरा मेरा है ब्रिक एंड मॉर्टर बिजनेस, जो मतलब मेरे बिजनेसेस हैं. तो एक दिन में मुझे वो डिवाइड करना होता है कि मुझे कंटेंट भी शूट करना होता है, देन मुझे जाके मैं अभी भी क्लासेस सिखाती हूँ अपने डांस स्टूडियो में. तो यूजुअली मोस्टली ओनर्स दे स्टार्ट मूविंग अवे. एक बार जब सेट हो जाता है स्टूडियो तो फिर सिखाना बंद करते हैं. पर अभी मेरा 4था साल है, मैं अभी भी सिखा रही हूँ. एंड इस साल मैं ऑलमोस्ट छोड़ने वाली थी, बट देन आई केम बैक अगैन बिकॉज मेरे स्टूडेंट्स दे डिड नॉट वांट मी टू लीव, एंड देन आई फील लाइक इवन आई डिडंट वांट टू लीव, बट आई थिंक बहुत हैवी हो गया था इस 2025. लाइक बहुत ही हैवी ईयर था सबके लिए ही, पर मेरे लिए भी. तो आई थिंक मेरा बिगेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ आई वुड से इज माई टाइम मैनेजमेंट. आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट आई डू. माई एवरी सेकेंड ऑफ माई डे इज स्केड्यूल्ड टू द टी. लाइक अगर मैं कभी अपने दोस्तों से मिलूंगी तो वो भी स्केड्यूल्ड होगा. I think the thing is कि I love doing what I do. I don't do it for money, I don't do it for fame. So I am obsessed with what I do. I love it. तो अगर एक महीने में मेरे इंडस्ट्री में हम हर समय पैसे नहीं कमाते. तो एक महीना तो मतलब ज़ीरो, कुछ कमाना ही नहीं है. एज एन फ्रॉम द आर्टिस्ट सोशल मीडिया थिंग. बट आई स्टिल post every single day for the past 8 years on my thing. It's because I love it. I don't have to post every day, but it's because I want to. I love it. So I try to time manage it. I try to do everything, and I think it's all giving me this much strength to do it.
सो ये जो आप पूरा दिन आपका फुली स्केड्यूल होता
हाँ
है,
जी.
तो उसमें कितना टाइम निधि के लिए स्केड्यूल होता है?
Honestly, बिल्कुल नहीं. From the past few years, I think और भी ज़्यादा हो गया, तो बिल्कुल नहीं. I just feel like I just tell myself कि जो भी मैं काम कर रही हूँ वो मेरा टाइम है. Because dancing, for example, मेरे लिए काम नहीं है. तो I take it as that. But sometimes it still gets too heavy because classes के बाद students want to come and talk to me. तो वो थोड़ा और emotional, वो टाइम फिर इमोशनल बन जाता है. सो ऑनेस्टली नो टाइम. नाउ दैट आई एम ऑल्सो मैरिड, अब जो भी मेरा एक छोटा सा टाइम होता है, मैं कल भी 12 बजे आई हूँ घर पे रात को आफ्टर फिनिशिंग शूटिंग. Day before yesterday also I was back at 12. Today also I'm going to go back at 12. So that little time that I used to have, जब मैं अकेली थी घर पे शादी के पहले, तो मैं अपने shows देखती थी 3-4 बजे तक. Because I'm like, मुझे अपना अकेले का टाइम चाहिए. That was my excuse because I was so tired in the day. पर अब वैसा नहीं है. अब मैं आती हूँ और मोहक like हम जल्दी सोते हैं और हम जल्दी 10:30 बजे उठते हैं. And I'm loving this change. Because before I used to sleep at 3-4 a.m. because I would forcefully keep myself awake. And I would tell myself, this is my time and I want to enjoy and I want to watch a show. And I don't want to work. Because up until 1-2 a.m. मैं आती थी और फिर मैं अपने सारा admin करती थी. Posting on my stories, all of that for the next day. Then I would get some time. But now मैं आती हूँ, हम show देखते हैं, खाना खाते हैं, and by 1-1:30 we're out. So now that time is with Mohak and I absolutely love it. I don't think मुझे अपने लिए इतना time कभी, it's not something that I sat and thought about, to be honest. I'm okay because I would like to divide my time from work, and then I would go back to Sharjah to meet my mom. जो भी मुझे empty space मिलता है, I take my mom out. So it's like that. I don't think I've ever thought about it.
Yeah, and as you said, like emotional connectivity हो जाता है mom के साथ, socialization. Because socialization is also a bigger part of our day
100%.
or our personal care.
100%.
So when you say, when I'm looking at you, everything is like too much. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So were you always like that?
Always. From the start. Yes. From since I was a child. When I was in school only, मैंने like मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ करती थी स्कूल में. So I was obviously a professional dancer, so I was dancing. Then I was a top level student. I was a topper. Even in my boards, I topped in my stream. So I used to study like crazy. So I was also a prefect. I was a middle school prefect since I was, और पहला prefect जो बना था हमारे middle school के लिए, I was in that team. And then फिर higher grades में in higher school I became the cultural captain of the school. And I was a basketball player. So I was in sports. तो मैं 4 बजे उठ के शारजा से, पहले हम morning coaching के लिए जाते थे 6 बजे. फिर 2 घंटे मेरी मॉर्निंग कोचिंग होती थी 6 बजे से लेकर 8 बजे तक. फिर हम चेंज करके इन द वॉशरूम, शावर, गो टू स्कूल फॉर 8 hours. Then I used to come back. So I was always a high achiever. I think I've always had that. It's nothing new for me. And I think it's just a routine now. I want to do everything. And then when I grew older, I had to stop basketball because I couldn't. I used to live in Sharjah, तो हमें 4 बजे उठना पड़ता था. तो I'm like, I think I'll have to choose dancing and studies now, and basketball should take her. And it's so weird that literally 2 days ago I was telling Mohak that I really want to get back into basketball. But Mohak is like, when will you do that? You don't have the time. Like, मैं कब जाके basketball खेलूँ अपने लिए just for fun? So I'm like, I don't think मेरे पास time होता है कभी. पर अगर हुआ तो I would like to get back. So that is one part of me that I left. I loved basketball.
I think it has become part of your character. It has become like a हैबिट बिल्डिंग. अभी हैबिट है, अभी रूटीन है, आपको इतना सब करने के बाद भी यू फील ओके. बट निधि, इस सब के बीच में इतना सारा रेजिलियंस होना, ऑब्वियसली फिजिकल हेल्थ होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जितना कुछ आप कर रहे हो, ऑब्वियसली फिजिकल हेल्थ होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, मेंटल हेल्थ होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और ऑब्वियसली सोशल सपोर्ट होना भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. तो आप इतनी सारी रेजिलियंस की जो बात कर रहे हो, मेंटल हेल्थ जो है आपकी, वो हाउ डू यू मेंटेन द रेजिलियंस? Where does it come from?
So it's something that I always even talk about on social media. I think it's just I was made this way. I always say कि ये भगवान मेरे साथ है और वो मुझे इतना दे ही जा रहे हैं, मतलब मैं रुकती ही नहीं हूँ कभी. I was like, it's God that has given me this much energy all day, every day for the past 30 years. It's crazy because I don't know how I do it, but I do it. I don't know. It's not something I've thought of. Again, like, how do I build resilience? Like, I literally on social में हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि भगवान ने दिया है, but obviously I know that I'm working hard. But how do I build it? I've never thought about it that way. Like I said, I think I love doing what I do. So it just happens. और कब वो पूरा दिन निकल जाता है. I think I'm just very ambitious. I think that is that mindset that comes to me. And I'm not ambitious just for me. I'm ambitious for my team. I always think how my team should grow with me in terms of money, in terms of opportunities that they get that I can provide. So that's an added responsibility जो मैं अपने ऊपर डालती हूँ कि मुझे अपनी टीम को भी साथ लेके चलना है. तो आई थिंक दैट्स समथिंग दैट आई एक्टिवली ट्राई. तो आई थिंक दैट मोटिवेशन कि मुझे दूसरों के लिए भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट करनी है, वो मुझे रेजिलियंस की आई नीड टू डू दिस. इज देयर अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन? नो. It just comes out of love, I think, for what I do.
It comes out of passion. It comes out of...
I'm an extremely passionate person.
Yeah.
तो मैं जो भी करती हूँ वो, and I think it's just the mentality of I need it to be perfect. Everything that I do needs to be perfect. Now, by perfect, it doesn't mean on any other person's standard. My standard. As long as I'm happy with it, I'm good. मैं unrealistic expectations नहीं डालती किसी पे. As long as I'm happy, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we tend to be perfectionist, when we are, when we are very perfect from psychological
I'm not perfect, but I'm just like,
No, we
I'm not perfect
try
at all.
to be.
Yes,
We
I try.
strive
I
to be
strive
perfect,
every
right?
day. Yes.
But when we strive to be perfect, there are so many factors that are not in our control.
Yes.
तो वो perfectionism जो है ना वो कभी कभी हम achieve नहीं कर पाते, and most of the days setbacks happen. So when setbacks happen and that perfectionism is not being achieved,
Correct.
how does that impact you mentally?
So the past, as in before, say 2-3 साल के पहले, this is what I tell myself. I compartmentalize very well and I process emotions. Now, obviously, I think आप मुझे better बता पाओगे कि I process emotions well या तो मैं बिल्कुल ही under the rug कर देती हूँ. तो I don't really feel anything. मुझे कुछ इतना affect नहीं करता है. तो अगर कुछ ज़्यादा हुआ, I will cry in the car while going, crying, I'm screaming. I wipe my tears, go up to the lift, teach my students like nothing has happened. And then I forget about it also. It's not like I'm trying to act. When I come into the class and I'm with my students and I'm in my happy place, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I've forgotten about it. It's like done and dusted, processed. बाद में देखी जाएगी. So मुझे literally कुछ I think that it's a good thing for me कि मैं इतना कुछ affect नहीं करती हूँ. But 2-3 साल, ये last 2-3 साल, I have started thinking कि मुझे कुछ emotions हैं भी कि नहीं. Like when it's something about Mohak, I feel deeply. When it's something about my parents, his parents, only my close family, I feel deeply. But other than that, I don't think I feel anything. I process it like this. Is it me processing or is it me putting it on the rug? I don't think so. Because मैं बाद में उसके बारे में नहीं सोचती हूँ. I don't cry about it later. So I think that I process it well. And even in school, I was like that. मुझे कुछ होता था. I would start crying. Then I would come out of the washroom. Great. I think it's just carried out. ना ही मैं कभी किसी चीज़ के बारे में सोचती हूँ. I'm just back into work mode. I think work is my entire life and Mohawk. So that's why I don't know. Nothing affects me. 2-3 years, I was like, wait, do I have any feelings? I still question myself. Do I feel anything? Because I don't know. Only the past 2-3 years has happened. Maybe because I'm growing older. And now I can sense कि जब मैं रो रही होती हूँ मैं ऊपर जाके fine. And then it's not like मैं बाद में फिर से रोना शुरू हो जाती हूँ. I'm like, great, next. I don't know what it is, but this is what happens to me. So, yeah. I'm built different. I don't know what I'm built, but something. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on हमारा resilience level, हमारा...
Yeah.
Actually, there are many factors.
Yeah.
Many reasons.
Okay.
Most of the time, you say कि I process emotions this way.
Yeah. This is how I do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But science doesn't agree with that.
Okay.
Because, for example, something has happened.
Okay.
You cried. You got over it.
Yeah.
But subconscious में वो रहता है.
Okay.
Not taking breaks.
Yeah. I've had burnouts more recently. Yeah. As I've gotten older.
Yeah. So when you say gotten older, you just started your 30s.
Yeah.
Right?
Literally. No, but as in from what I used to work when I was in 2021. Zero burnouts. सब लोग मुझे बोलते थे कि निधि तू कैसे काम कर रही है. मैं तो नॉन स्टॉप. उस समय तो 4 बजे उठ के मैं जाती थी दुबई शूट करने from Sharjah. I used to work like 16 hours a day and I still do. But at that time I was like, oh, this कुछ नहीं. और ये मैंने 5 साल तक नॉन स्टॉप किया है without a burnout. सब बोलते थे अभी तुझे burnout हो जाएगा, अभी तुझे. कभी नहीं हुआ. Now that I'm older, थोड़ा burnout हो रहा है and these things I'm seeing a change. अब अगर कुछ होता है तो it does affect me a little bit. Recently there was a thing in my personal personal things in my work team, things that were happening and it was like, taking a toll on my mental health in terms of things weren't happening the way I wanted it to. So I think that really, and then all my team, so for example, my manager went on a maternity leave. And then so those things, nothing on my team is like a family, but the changes. And then I couldn't, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Also with my wedding time. So वो stress was crazy. So that was affecting me. पर वो पहले नहीं होता था कभी. But Yeah.
हाँ, और मैं ना हमेशा इसकी ना एग्जांपल एक देती होती हूँ, और ये एग्जांपल बहुत मशहूर है, मैं सबको ही देती हूँ।
Okay.
सिगरेट के हर पैक के ऊपर लिखा होता है तंबाकू नोशी सेहत के लिए मुज़र है,
Yeah.
इट कैन कॉज अ कैंसर, राइट?
Yeah.
बट लेट्स से अगर आप 16 साल के हो, टीनेज ईयर्स में आपने सिगरेट पीना शुरू कर दिया,
Okay.
पी रहे हो, एकदम से तो कैंसर नहीं होता ना,
Correct.
एकदम से लंग इन्फेक्शन नहीं होता।
That's true.
तो दैट्स अबाउट आवर लंग्स, राइट?
Correct.
मेंटल हेल्थ इज अबाउट आवर ब्रेन, क्योंकि एट द एंड वट एवर यू डूइंग, वट एवर यू फीलिंग, वट एवर इज हैपनिंग इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय द ब्रेन।
Correct.
लेकिन हम लोग ना ब्रेन को एक ऑर्गन नहीं समझते हैं, बिकॉज वी हैव नेवर बीन रेज्ड इन दैट वे।
Correct.
तो क्या होता है, आप कर रहे हो स्लोली, अभी आप ने कहा आई एम गेटिंग ओल्डर, बट
Yeah.
अकॉर्डिंग टू साइंस 30 इज नथिंग,
Nothing.
यू नो।
Yeah.
तो वो फिर एक टाइम ऐसा आता है कि समथिंग हैपन्स एंड लाइक दिस, देन
Correct.
इट collapses,
Got
so the breakdown happens.
Okay.
I 100% adore what you do.
Thank
I
you.
100% respect what you do. क्योंकि again, you know, the sort of culture we come from, the family
Yeah.
system we come from, hustle, and we
Agreed.
need to
Yeah.
kind of maintain our passion. हमें
Correct.
बहुत कुछ करना है, और
Correct.
करें भी क्यों ना, अगर हमारे पास एनर्जी है, रिसोर्सेज
Correct.
हैं, सेहत है, तो क्यों ना
क्यों
करें,
ना करें?
करना चाहिए,
Of course.
राइट? बट देन वो करते रहो,
Hmm.
लेकिन क्या आप 7 घंटे की स्लीप ले रहे हो?
अब हाँ, अब जब मोहक मेरी ज़िंदगी में है तो हाँ, मेरा रूटीन उसने पूरा चेंज कर दिया। आई ऑल्सो से कि मतलब मोहक वाज लाइक गॉड सेंट टू मी, वी वर मेंट टू बी। मेरे जो बैड हैबिट्स थे लाइफस्टाइल के, आई वाज अ प्योर वर्कहॉलिक। आई वुड स्लीप एट 2-3 AM, wake up at 2-3 PM, start my day, and then I would work till 2-3 AM again. तो ऐसा था। पर अब उसने 5 घंटे एक्स्ट्रा डाल दिए मेरे दिन में। हम 1-1:30 सो जाते हैं, वी वॉच अ मूवी, वी चिल, wake up at 10:30 every day. It's like clockwork. And 2 महीने से जब से हमारी शादी हो रही है, ये हुआ है, and I feel so fresh. Before मैं 2-3 बजे उठती थी and I would wake up tired, and I would push my body to go take classes and do all the admin work, and I've done that for like 6-7 years straight. Even though I knew कि मेरी body इतनी tired and I'm forcing myself. अब मैं 10:30 बजे उठती हूँ fresh, and I'm fresh, and I'm gonna, so and this one place where I lacked, and I also accepted it on social, because I'm very open. My entire life is on social media. There's nothing like exactly how I am here. I am on socials also, and I accepted also. My one weakness, I think, is कि मुझे 6-7 साल में जो मैं ये पागलों की तरह कर, I know that my lifestyle is so bad. और अगर मैं just सुबह उठ जाऊँ, अच्छे से सोऊं, अच्छे से, I can do into 10 things that I've done till then. पर मुझसे नहीं होता था. I would force myself to stay awake to give myself those 2 hours of peace of watching my show for myself. I would force myself. I would be dying. I would be sleeping in bed. My eyes are closing, but I'm like, no, I want to finish the show. Because it's my time. So it's like कोई मुझे रोकता नहीं था पहले टाइम के लिए, but it's like I'm fighting from the world to give me my time because I was working. It was
And who were you fighting with?
no one, myself.
Within yourself.
Literally. And now that I'm seeing it, I just realized that I was actually fighting with myself.
हाँ, क्योंकि आप
I think.
ओवर गिव कर रहे थे ना, तो व्हेन वी
Exactly.
डू ओवर गिविंग, ये जो 2 घंटे आप ले रहे थे ना, इट
Yeah.
जस्ट मेक्स अस फील कि आई हैव अ कंट्रोल।
Control. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I just realized that.
या बिकॉज
Because all the other things weren't,
हाँ,
they were just.
अगेन यू नो, आई वुड अगेन स्ट्रेस ऑन इट कि मैं
Yeah.
ये नहीं, मैं कभी भी ये नहीं कहती कि ओवरवर्क नहीं करो, अपने पैशन
Of
को
course.
नहीं करो।
Of course.
आई एम ऑल्सो लाइक
Yeah.
ऑन द गो,
Yeah. Correct.
but within on the go, when
Yeah.
I also turned 30,
Yeah.
change happened.
Correct.
तो फिर आपको थोड़ा बहुत पॉज लेना पड़ता है, एंड आई
Correct.
थिंक दिस इज व्हाट थ्रू यू आई रियली वांट टू हाईलाइट कि
Yeah.
yes, there is a difference in passion and there is a difference in hustle.
Correct.
So the hustle culture is basically is very adored.
Yeah.
It's something, oh my god, you are my inspiration, how do you do this?
Yes.
But psychologists will say
Yeah.
that why do you do this?
Yeah.
So
I
we
know.
don't say how do you do this, we say,
say
why do
why.
you do this?
Correct. Correct.
Where
I
is
agree.
your own time?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, so I think now having this change,
Yeah. I'm actively trying, to be honest. I'm actively trying. Now that I have a husband, things also change because now I'm also a bahu. So I am trying to take that time out and I'm trying to go slow. From Jan 1st, it's not worked out that well because I've been working almost 12 hours, 16-hour days every day since Jan 1st. For me, I'm like, this is insane. Wow, touch wood. My work is going so well. It's blown up in 2026. But I also feel like having such a supportive partner like Mohak,
That's very important.
it's so important, man. I think the first thing, so when we were dating, he knew how I worked. I told him straight up, this is what I do. I'm super ambitious on another level. And I don't do it for money, I don't do it for fame. I just do it. I don't know for what. And I need a partner who, and I think that sense of security in a man that I've never found in my life, and not that I see, because there are not that many men who are that secure of the way I work and what all I've achieved in my life. But he is there and he's with me. He doesn't care. When I'm at 12, I come back. Yesterday, day before, every day, come back at 12. My tea is kept there. There's a tea to calm me down. So he's so many things that he's introduced in my life. Ashwagandha tea, or ये सब मैंने सुना भी नहीं था पहले. But it's all kept there to calm my nervous system because he knows how stressed I've been.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it's changed my life. I'm just trying to be more slower and more.
Yeah. And I think universe just aligned it for you because
Honestly.
it was supposed to happen.
It was
Touch
needed.
wood.
Touch wood,
May God
yeah.
keep you always together and
Thank you.
always
Thank
healthy
you.
and
Thank
happy
you.
together.
Thank you.
It was just supposed to happen because
Yeah.
we just complete each other, right?
Yes.
We just
Yeah.
kind of compensate each other whatever is
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
निधि, I want to talk about कि ठीक है आपके बहुत सारे goals हैं, passion है, बहुत सारे काम कर रहे हो, but when it comes to your social relationship in
Yeah.
terms of emotional boundaries, in terms of how much emotional strength or boundaries you will give to others and receive from others,
God,
where do you stand with that? Because
that
you
is-
see so many people every day. So what's your connection with them like?
That is it's a very difficult topic because I'm a millennial. Yeah, I'm a millennial. And when we were growing up, obviously we didn't grow up with, we were playing hide and seek, then we went and get chocolate ice cream. And even when I was in school or even in college for that matter, I didn't know words like panic attacks, stuff like that, anxiety. इतना नहीं बोलते थे यार उस टाइम पे हम लोग, मुझे पता भी नहीं था क्या था ये सब, right? तो हम बहुत सिंपल लाइफ जीते थे. It was very normal. Social media इतना नहीं था, मेरे पास फोन ही नहीं था. So we were living like a very open, free life. When social media came in, obviously it became crazy, and now you see so many things. You get all की shit क्या चल रहा है, that's when I realized मुझे फिर when I was I think maybe 22, 23, 24, maybe that old जब मुझे पता चला anxiety, panic attack actually क्या होता है, 22, 23 is when I realized. Because of this particular thing, I got my first panic attack. That was my first and my last. I've never had it again. I've had anxiety attacks after I had someone that I lost last year. And since then, my anxiety has heightened on another level. Like, I'll just stop breathing. Like, it's just like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's been pretty crazy. So I think my first panic attack happened in I don't even remember. I've just blocked out that memory. I was driving on Sheikh Zayed and I get notifications on my phones. So one thing that you should know कि मेरा जो community है Nidhi Sam, I love them. And I'm literally like the elder sister. तो मतलब जब से मैंने शुरू किया अपना socials, मैं इतनी close हूँ अपने community से. Like I sit and talk to them every day. I'm there for them, for their family issues, for them. And I reply to them how much ever I can in my power. I have been doing it for the past 9 years. But then obviously I didn't create any boundary because I was like, I know I can handle it. And I did for so many years. So obviously then everybody, they used to tell me about their issues, and some of them went into some really bad things. For example, suicides, and they want to run away from their house, and Nidhi, only you can save me or you can tell me. And I would just think, wait, what have I done? Like, I'm not a therapist. I can't in any way, I'm not trained. I'm like, when it went on to that dark side, I think is when I got scared, because I was like, I just want to help them, but what do I do? So I was driving on Sheikh Zayed and I got a notification saying that, Nidhi, I'm going to kill myself if you don't reply right now. I'm on my worst time. So if you reply, only you can save me, only you can help me. I've actually blocked it out. But if you don't reply now. So I had a severe panic attack because before that I was working all day. This was at night. So I stopped on the side of Sheikh Zayed because I didn't know what was happening. I started breathing heavily. I was crying and I was like, wait, what's going on? So I called my best friend Harshita. She's 10 years younger to me. She's like my younger sister. But I didn't know who else to call. So I called her and I was like, I don't know what's happening to me. I couldn't breathe. And then that's when she's like, you need to have some boundaries. You need to. And then that's when I realized, okay, have I learned from that? No. Honestly, I tried. But now then I open my studio. I meet hundreds of people every day. My students are my family. They are my family. I have nothing else to say. I will love them. I will do anything for them. तो अब फिजिकली भी लोग मुझे आके सब बोलते हैं बिकॉज दे नो दैट दे कैन शेयर इट विद मी एंड आई एम ऑलवेज देयर फॉर देम एंड आई एम विद देम बिहाइंड देम, दे एवर नीड मी, पर वो बहुत हैवी हो जाता है. एंड लास्ट ईयर एज अ टीचर इट्स माई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू बी देयर फॉर माई स्टूडेंट्स एंड इमोशनली, mentally, physically, that's what I have grown up to be as a teacher and I want to be there. But last year when I realized कि I don't think मेरे पास mental capacity है अब, so that's when I was like, I think I need to give up teaching because अगर if I'm not there in my full capacity for my students, then I don't want to be a teacher anymore. And even then, people, obviously my students, beautiful students were coming, sharing with me, और वो मेरा emotional बहुत हो गया था फिर. Like I was like, I don't think I can handle it because I would go to my car and I would bawl. Because I'm like, shit, अब मैं क्या करूँ, मैं क्या करूँ. I would, in front of them, I would never. I would give them the advice or whatever, a listening ear that they would want me to. Then I would go down in my car and I would just, because I also had so many of my own mental and emotional issues. I wasn't coherent last year. So then I was like, I need to leave. So a few months passed. They were like, no, you can't leave. I stayed. And now I want to stay and I've worked on myself and everything. But do I still have that boundary with anyone? No, I don't. Yeah. I just feel like I can handle it. Mohak and I have had arguments about this. In our house, we've had arguments because he's like, you need to, because it's not like I bring it back home, but you can just see that I'm worn out, not because of anything, but because of all my work plus DMs plus that. So he's like, you need to stop, but it's okay for now. At least I am.
It's okay for now, of course, for now.
For now, it's, yeah.
So what's your plan? What's your plan in terms of how are you gonna manage it?
I don't know. I don't think I want to have a boundary. I don't think I want to have a boundary. But then I also know that now I have new responsibilities as a wife and I have so many other things also now. Responsibility of a whole new family, cousins. So many things come with it. Now I can't even bring everybody else's emotional burden with myself. But can I separate Nidhi Kumar and the emotional bond that she has with her Nidhi's fam and her students? I don't think so. I was born to be a teacher. That was my life. I know, and even Mohak said that, everybody said that I was born to be a teacher. That is my ultimate. Like, I don't care about socials or nothing, but I was born to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you allow me a little bit from my insight, I will
Sure.
give you a bit of my insight.
Please do. Please help me.
Because, I've been in the field for almost 14 years and I
Yeah.
have seen so many examples, been there, done that. अभी जिस स्टेट में आप हो ना, you were born to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Great. I love that for you.
Yeah.
But your tendency to be perfectionist and your idea that you have associated somehow that what are the responsibilities of the teachers.
Yeah.
You are born to be a teacher, but maybe you are not trained to be a counselor or you are not trained to be a therapist.
I am not. I am really not. Honestly, and I keep telling that, like, and I make sure that I tell them also that, guys, I'm not, and I give them a number in the UAE,
Yeah.
and if they're from India, then this hotline numbers, I directly send that now.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, if this is something, please, this is where you need to contact. I am not trained.
आई थिंक निधि थ्रू यू मैं मतलब थोड़ा अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करना चाहूँगी इसके बारे में,
Please.
क्योंकि अगर आप देखो ना कि अभी पिछले 10 सालों में स्कूल्स के अंदर भी हर स्कूल के अंदर काउंसलिंग डिपार्टमेंट है.
Okay, yes.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
तो एज अ टीचर योर जॉब इज़ कि थोड़ा बहुत एक बच्चा आपकी क्लास में बड़ा एक्टिव है, स्माइल करता है, एनर्जी है, और एक दिन है कि वो नहीं है, तो यू कैन आस्क हाउ आर यू, यू कैन आस्क व्हाट्सअप.
Correct.
बट बाद में उस बच्चे को आप रीडायरेक्ट कर सकते हो काउंसलिंग डिपार्टमेंट की
Correct.
तरफ, एंड दैट इज़ नॉट योर जॉब कि वो
Job.
जो काउंसलिंग वाला पार्ट है.
Yeah.
तो नाउ बिकॉज यू हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड योर इंस्टीट्यूट,
Yeah.
you have established kind of school. It's a
Yes.
school,
It's
right?
It's a school, yes.
It's a school.
Yeah.
Students come to attend classes.
Yes.
So maybe why don't you think of maybe conducting some mental health workshops जिस पे आप स्टूडेंट्स को सिखा पाओ कि ये वाली बातें हैं जो आप अपने टीचर से कर सकते हो,
Correct.
और ये वाली बातें हैं which you need to talk to someone else.
Else. Yeah.
And maybe in your school, maybe you can have 2 to 3 people who will be trained in mental health first aid,
Okay.
जिनको आप
Wow.
डेडिकेट कर दो, और अगर किसी को प्रॉब्लम है तो वो उन बंदों से कांटेक्ट करें
ओके
और वो 4 बंदे किसी प्रोफेशनल साइकोलॉजिस्ट या इंस्टीट्यूट या क्लिनिक के साथ कांटेक्ट में हों,
ओके
जो वो इनिशियल स्क्रीनिंग कर पाएँ कि अगर इनको ज़रूरत है, नहीं है प्रोफेशनल हेल्प की ज़रूरत या है, तो कहाँ पे आप उसको रीडायरेक्ट कर सकते
गॉट
हो।
इट या दैट्स अ वेरी गुड आइडिया
But for you to receive a notification, Nidhi Di, I'm gonna kill myself, only you can save. I mean, I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and by DHA, we are not allowed to receive a patient in a outpatient facility clinic
yes
जो आपको रिपोर्ट करता है कि I'm gonna kill myself or I'm gonna harm someone else.
yeah
These are the two conditions कि अगर
Yeah.
कोई पेशेंट हमें कॉल करता है ना और कहता है कि I have the intent to harm myself or I
Okay.
have the intent to harm someone else,
Yeah.
उसको हम नहीं लेते हैं आउट पेशेंट फैसिलिटी में।
Wow. Okay.
उसके लिए दुबई में दो प्लेसेस हैं, राशिद
Okay.
हॉस्पिटल एंड अल अमल हॉस्पिटल।
Okay.
उनको उन 2 फैसिलिटीज़ में जाना है या किसी भी हॉस्पिटल के इमरजेंसी डिपार्टमेंट में जाना है, वहाँ पे जाके बताना है दिस इज़ हाउ आई एम फीलिंग।
Feeling. Got
Anybody
it.
who's having a panic attack in our clinic,
Correct.
we are not supposed to kind of treat them on the spot. We are
Wow.
supposed to
Okay.
call the ambulance and send them to emergency department.
Got it. I mean, most of these things come from me from India and stuff like that because I have a huge audience in India.
Yes.
It. I don't think it's ever happened in the UAE from me.
हाँ
I think it's India mainly, and I mean those messages to me I've been getting for like 7-8 years now.
हाँ
It's been and it gets really heavy reading something like that.
सो आई
But
रिस्पेक्ट
it's-
दैट कि आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जो है उनकी यू काइंड ऑफ फील कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि उनकी इमोशनल वेलबींग का भी आपको
Yeah.
ख्याल करना है या जितना आप प्रोवाइड कर सकते हो।
That's it.
सो इफ़ यू हैव दैट पैशन
yeah.
or emotional capacity, then you need resources also.
Yeah. You're right.
And resources are available. Maybe
Right.
get in touch with the 4 to 5 facilities in India. अपने कुछ
And I
students
can-
को
yeah.
आप उनको in touch रखो and then you just tell them, redirect them.
Even in India, I can do that. Yes.
Even in India, you
That's
can
a
do
very
that. You
good. It's
can do
mainly
it
in
here.
India only is from where I get, that I'm. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
We last year we had done dance. There was a teacher who wanted to take her certification course at NKD, so she did dance therapy where she took classes, and it was mental health mixed with dancing. But there were a few classes, and there were only 2 students that came, and we had announced it. And only 2 students came. That's it. And we know that mental health is something that so many people now think, but only 2 students. And it was a free thing. It was not never paid.
हाँ
Only 2 students. And that's when I realized, so it's still something that people don't openly talk about.
हाँ जी।
And I think
स्टिग्मा तो इसके साथ एसोसिएटेड है ना बहुत सारा।
100%.
और दूसरा ये कि समटाइम्स लोग सेफ भी नहीं फील करते
Exactly.
क्योंकि उनको पता ही नहीं है ना कि हमने जाना कहाँ पर है।
Correct.
तो वो इजी वे एक्सेस है कि वो आपको मैसेज कर देंगे
Social
या
media,
किसी
no?
को सोशल मीडिया के ऐसे लगता है कि जैसे ये अवेलेबल है।
Exactly.
बट एक्चुअली इट्स मोर डेंजरस फॉर यू,
It really is.
बट इट्स मोर डेंजरस फॉर देम।
For them. Yes, I agree fully. And that's why now I've started screening. I don't reply to every
DM.
thing like this. There's no chance because number one, I can't put them in risk. Number two, I can't even put myself in that risk. For me to even communicate with someone like this who's in that much of distress is something that even I can't handle. Sometimes it's social media, sometimes it's just it's also goes to the level where sometimes they just want a reply from me. So some people also make up some stories. These things happen with so many other artists
Of
also.
course.
So because they just want a reply. But what they don't understand is how much I am connected to my audience. And just for that, if you play with someone's emotions. So that's why sometimes it gets very hard to differentiate between what's real, what's not. But from this year onwards, from last year onwards actually, Mohak and I have actively tried to, he's really helped me create a boundary. And I think that whole, I process emotions well, which obviously you're saying that it's not well. But I think that also helps me that I don't get my studio stuff at home. So I differentiate it. I make sure that I'm there for them. I talk to them. But to a certain point. and then I will give you the advice that if you ever need as an elder sister, and then I'm out. So that's what I have.
डेफिनेटली एंड
Yeah.
बहुत कम लोगों में ये इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस होता है या एम्पैथी होती है. आई थिंक यू
Yeah.
आर बिग ऑन एम्पैथी.
Yeah.
तो आप फील करते हो दूसरे लोगों के
Yes,
लिए
yeah.
एंड यू हैव द पैशन कंपैशन एंड ऑल्सो द एनर्जी एंड रिसोर्सेज टू हेल्प अदर विच
Yeah.
इज़ लवली बिकॉज वर्ल्ड
you.
नीड पीपल लाइक यू.
Thank you.
लेकिन उन रिसोर्सेज के लिए मे बी you can utilize them in a maybe different
In a-
direction.
Yeah, that's
कि
a very
आप
good idea.
यू कैन सेट अ सेटअप और उसको फिर आप उसको रीडायरेक्ट करो क्योंकि आप
That's-
नहीं कर सकते हो.
That's a very good idea.
एंड
Thank
दिस
you.
जस्ट दिस थॉट कि आप परफेक्शनिज्म की जो थॉट है ना, वो जो टेंडेंसी होती है हमारी कि अगर मैं ये नहीं कर सकती, इफ फुली आई एम नॉट गोना बी देयर फॉर माई स्टूडेंट्स, आई विल नॉट बी अ टीचर.
Yeah, this was a
वी कॉल इट इन साइकोलॉजी ब्लैक एंड वाइट थिंकिंग. अगर करूंगी तो पूरा ही करूंगी, नहीं तो नहीं करूंगी. बीच में कोई ग्रे नहीं है, यहाँ तो ये काला है, यहाँ तो ये वाइट है,
That's-
ग्रे है
that's-
ही नहीं.
It's so weird you would say that because that's literally my personality. That's how I tell everyone.
हाँ
That's exactly what I say. I'm black and white. There's no gray with Nidhi. And you just, yeah.
हाँ, तो वो जो ब्लैक एंड वाइट है ना, ये बहुत ज़्यादा काम करता है अमेजिंगली अंटिल आवर ब्रेन केमिस्ट्री इज स्टिल फंक्शनल. जितना आप उसको स्मोक देते जा रहे हो ना, वो फिर बाद में ब्लैक एंड वाइट वाला काम नहीं करता है. एंड दिस इज वेयर वी एक्सपीरियंस पैनिक अटैक.
Okay.
And this is where
Wow.
because our overcommitment gradually produces stress क्योंकि ज़्यादा lactic acid release हो रहा है हमारी body में.
That's true.
And then stress, if it's not managed properly, then it goes into anxiety. And
That's exactly
anxiety,
what's
if
happened.
not managed properly, it goes into depression. And if depression is not managed properly, it goes into psychosis. And this is how mental health challenges and diseases, disorders, they just work.
Wow.
Which is why I think
I did
जो
not know that.
प्रिवेंशन है ना, जो प्रिवेंशन है इसकी, वो तो स्टार्ट ही टाइम मैनेजमेंट से होती है. रियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशन, not overcommitting, and just kind of taking a pause. Again, Nidhi, I'm not saying
Wow.
all these things कि आपको नहीं करना.
No, not at
आपको
all. But you're
करना
really
है.
like opening my eyes.
आपको करना है ये सब,
Yes.
लेकिन with the right resources,
resources.
especially if you have the capacity to do that.
And I think the idea that you gave me to incorporate in my studio, I will make sure that it's done from this year itself.
Yeah, I mean,
think
you can.
It's such a beautiful thought to incorporate mental health. And I'm so big on it because I know the stuff so many of us go through, my students, and I know their lives, and I would love to help them in any way. And this is the perfect streamlined way that I should be doing it. And
Yes.
I will set it up.
Choose 4 to 5 people from your
I will.
studio.
Yeah.
Get them trained because the training is consist of like 2 weeks
Correct.
properly. 2 दिन का in person workshop होगा, बाकी
Okay.
के दिन जो है they will be in touch with the professional.
Got it.
They would be called mental health first aiders, and
Wow,
then
I
students
didn't know
they
that.
reach out to them. और अगर उनको professional help की ज़रूरत है, then you have the hotlines, you have the numbers.
Correct.
These are the right resources.
Wow.
So you are paying attention, but you are paying attention in a right direction,
In a
not
way that-
on your cost.
Thank you. Wow, that's मैंने सुना भी नहीं था mental health first aid. Like मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ है. So
है.
wow, thank you.
No
Wow.
worries. And I think the fact that you will openly talk about it,
Yeah.
ये तो students को तो help करेगा ही ना, कि उनकी emotional recognition, कि
Correct.
we have somewhere to talk. But it also will help you, कि
Yes.
आप boundary भी set कर रहे हो, but you are not shutting them off.
Never. Yes, that's
They will
so
not
true.
feel like कि हमें abandon ही कर दिया है.
Correct.
So that will be very great. One more thing I want to ask,
Yeah.
कि you spoke about panic attack. You
Yeah.
spoke about कि ये burnout होता है, आप
Yeah.
boundaries नहीं set करते हो. And there are so many people who look up to you, you know,
Yeah.
as your audience is very much connected with
Yeah.
you. तो would you tell people कि panic attack लगता कैसे क्या है? Body कैसा feel करती है? Mind कैसा feel करता है?
Oh God. Actually मुझे like I told you babe, that was a blur for me. Full blur. मुझे तो अभी भी feeling ही नहीं आ रहा है. I felt like my entire body was sinking. I couldn't breathe. But then I was breathing very loudly. And then I was bawling. And I couldn't see anything. And I was driving in that time. So that's why I think वो वाला मेरे लिए इतना
Heavy था.
heavy था. And it was so dangerous for me. Because I couldn't see anything. I was blur in, literally it took me a matter of 5 seconds for all of that to feel. My fingers were shivering. And then I stopped my car on Sheikh Zayed Road on the yellow line. Everything was shivering. My body was down. I was, like I said, I couldn't breathe, but then I was heaving. And then I was like, I was not coherent in any way.
Hmm.
बिल्कुल भी कोहेरेंट नहीं थी, मुझे खुद नहीं पता था कि मैं हर्षिता से क्या बात कर रही हूँ. और फिर मैंने वो पूरा ही ब्लॉक आउट कर दिया. तो मुझे तो वो लाइक वो कभी हुआ था मेरे साथ, वो मैंने ब्लॉक आउट कर दिया, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स अ गुड थिंग, बट आई फील लाइक वो याद रखना मुझे बार बार इज समथिंग दैट आई डोंट वांट. So I think it was just something that I couldn't. And the thing is, उस समय मुझे पता भी नहीं था ना कि वो क्या था.
हाँ.
मुझे पता ही नहीं था. मुझे तो अभी भी नहीं पता. Maybe that was a panic attack or what was it? Maybe I'm
हाँ.
still wrong. But I know that there are some things that you should be doing when you have something like that. I had zero idea. No, never heard of it. No awareness. So I didn't know what I was doing. I was just stuck there. I was just stuck.
Another thing you mentioned, anxiety attack, right?
Yeah.
कि आप anxiety attack experience
My
किया
anxiety
after
has
that
increased.
loss, right?
Yeah.
So
has just severe anxiety since last year.
how do you explain anxiety? What does it look like to you?
For me, I think the whole and for someone like me to experience anxiety was a very new thing for me, because I am so open, and I'm so for me, I was like, wait, what is happening to me? I think my number one started becoming worse was my travel anxiety. I take like 50 flights a year sometimes when I go on my world tours, India tours, UK tours. So when I go to teach all over, I take like 50 flights in a year. Last 2 years, it's been so bad कि मैं बैठते ही my stomach starts sinking, my heart is beating, I can literally hear it. I can't travel anymore. I overthink like crazy, and I'm like, नहीं, अगर इसका weather नहीं है तो मैं इस city में नहीं जाने वाली हूँ. And for me to be like this, I'm like, wait, what? So that's travel anxiety. Then even generally now, I am hyper aware. I'm constantly overthinking me. And I'm like, wait, what is going on? Before itni, agar, for my artist career, for example, मैं किसी client से बात कर रही हूँ. Client ने चलो मुझे 2 घंटे reply नहीं किया. I start palpitating, I start overthinking. I'm like, wait, kya? Why haven't they replied to me? Have I done something wrong? Have I? Me. And the thing is, I don't even have time to think about all this, but now it's become so bad. I'm like, what's going on? And it all started since last year. I'm still not able to grasp, but I just go by my day. I'm like, just go.
क्योंकि आपका coping mechanism ही go by day है ना.
That's it. मैं क्या करूँ? I can't stop. If I can't afford to stop right now. How do I stop? I have to still go by my day. I have so much work to do. But it's just become so bad. And I mean, I spoke about it on my socials. I put up a story that I think my anxiety has shot through the roof.
क्योंकि वो अक्सर ना कहते हैं कि I don't have a privilege to be anxious right now. I don't have the privilege to be depressed right now because I have so many things to show up.
Yeah.
Right? But I think for you to say that this will also help so many other people जो सुन रहे हैं normalize करने में कि अगर निधि ऐसा experience कर सकती है ना तो हम भी ऐसा experience कर सकते हैं.
Of course, it's so normal. It is just. I've even put it up on socials, and I got so many replies after that. The what do you do to help yourself? The what is happening? I put it up that guys, my anxiety has shot off the roof, and I don't know what.
और
to do.
again, I think I'll repeat myself. पहले episode में भी मैंने किया है कि anxiety जो है ना, it's overwhelming, right?
Yes, it's
but
so overwhelming.
दिमाग में क्या चल रहा होता है, it's overestimation of the coming moment.
Exactly.
Underestimation of your capability to deal with it.
Okay.
For example, overestimation कि अगर फ्लाइट में या वेदर में अगर या वेदर फोरकास्ट ये है तो overestimate कर रहे हो आप उसको.
I'm going
फिर मैं
crazy.
उसको मैं करूँगी क्या? तो सिनेरियोज बन रहे हैं माइंड में कि यहाँ तो ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा.
I can't stop.
It's like what if, and that what if does not stop.
It doesn't stop.
और अब जो आप बहुत शॉक है ना कि why me?
I can't understand still.
Right? Because you have been overdoing it.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
How are you helping yourself?
I'm not. I think I'm just going by my day.
Okay.
Trying to be happy and just
Yeah, there are so many ways you can help yourself.
Yeah.
And also आपने बहुत सारे DMs भी receive किए कि how are you helping yourself,
Yes.
right? I think अभी जो मैं आप जो जितनी जर्नी बताई है ना आपने कि always I think dance has helped you so much.
So much.
क्योंकि जब भी कोई हमारे पास क्लाइंट आता है तो हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन होता है कि are you sleeping?
Okay.
Are you eating properly?
Okay.
और क्या आप अपनी बॉडी मूव कर रहे हो?
Correct.
अगर तो आप ये 3 काम कर रहे हो ना कि खा भी अच्छे से रहे हो, 7 घंटे सो भी रहे हो और फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो, तो ओवरऑल यू विल बी एबल टू मैनेज योरसेल्फ बाय योरसेल्फ.
Okay.
ठीक है, तो आप जो द फैक्ट कि ये जो आप डांस इतना करते हो,
Correct.
तो वो जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी है ना, ये बेसिकली इट रिलीजेज अ लॉट ऑफ डोपामिन इन आवर ब्रेन,
Correct.
और फिर चीज़ों को आप टारगेट्स हैं आपके, तो आप
Yes.
उनको अचीव कर रहे हो, सो देयर इज अ
Correct.
लॉट ऑफ डोपामिन, तो आई थिंक
Correct.
समहाउ इट इज बैलेंसिंग
It's
आउट,
balancing. Dancing to really helps me. It's my form of therapy.
नॉट ओनली
Yeah.
डांसिंग बट ऑल्सो हैविंग दीज गोल्स। तो वो जब
Okay. I didn't
गोल
know
अचीव
that.
होता है ना कोई भी, तो डोपामिन
I
रिलीज
can.
होता है,
Okay.
तो आई
Yes.
थिंक उसकी वजह से आप उसको बैलेंस इट आउट कर रहे हो अभी तक।
Maybe.
लेकिन
बहुत
अगेन
thought
यू नो द
process.
सेम वे आवर लंग्स हैव कैपेसिटी, आवर ब्रेन केमिस्ट्री आल्सो हैज अ कैपेसिटी,
Yeah.
तो वो फिर आपको यू रियली नीड टू सी, आई थिंक
Yeah.
हैविंग अ सपोर्टिव एनवायरनमेंट विच यू हैव
Touch
a
wood, yeah.
partner who understands you,
Honestly.
and then doing some you know, some, I don't know, figure out
Yeah.
what do you want to do about it, maybe
Yeah.
setting some boundaries,
Correct.
maybe seeking a professional help
I
if
mean,
it's
I will
needed.
do everything that you said. I will start working on it because you've given me such amazing insights, things that I have not even ever thought about.
आई
So,
थिंक वो क्योंकि हम चलते ही रहते हैं ना, दिन
Right.
गुजरता ही रहता है, ये
honestly.
चीज़ें होती हैं बट बैकग्राउंड में होती हैं।
Correct.
बट निधि, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया
Thank
इतना
you.
वल्नरेबल फील करने के लिए,
Ooh.
कनेक्ट होने के लिए,
Thank you.
अपनी स्टोरी शेयर करने के
Thank
लिए,
you so
एंड
much.
you are really very inspiring, to
Thank
be
you.
honest.
Thank you so much.
But obviously nothing can be and should be on the cost of your own health.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Thank you
I
so
love
much for
that
having
you.
me. I think this was needed. I don't think मैंने इतना openly कभी बात नहीं की है. And I think it was needed. It just makes me feel lighter. So thank you.
Thank you
so
so
much. Thank you.
much.